Hello friends and welcome to yet another new video of my cricket dreams. So in this video I plan to say Dream 11 IPL number 4th match which is between Rajasthan Royals and Chennai Super Kings live review. So as far we all know that the IPL 2020 has kick-started in the great Middle East countries and we already have witnessed some high quality matches. So in case of the 4th match which is between CSK and RR, we are expecting some thrilling contest between these two high profile teams. So if you're looking at the pitch in Sharjah Cricket Stadium, I think so the pitch is quite slow and it will be quite suitable for the spinners. Maybe the spinners will get some bounce and spin as well because the pitch is quite dry and also a little bit dust is also there. So if the spinners just could get their length right, I think so it will be a breakout match especially for the spinners. So if you're looking both the teams, CSK has played already one match which was in the tournament opener against Mumbai Indians and they won it comfortably because of Ambati Rayudu's magnificent 71 run knock of just 48 deliveries. When I'm talking about Ambati Rayudu, he will not be available for this match because Ambati Rayudu suffered a back injury in the practice sessions and thus he will not be available. It is expected that Ruturaj Gaikwad will make his IPL debut because owing to Ambati Rayudu's injury. And I think so he will bat at number 4 for CSK's lineup as well. So now we can just look at the toss. And in the toss, CSK captain which is MS Dhoni won the toss and decided to bowl first in a slow track in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So that means before just going with the extended review of the match, we can just see the 11s of both the teams. If you're concerning about the Super Kings, they have the solid opening partnership of Indian Test batsman Murali Vijay and Australia's limited overs player Shane Watson to open the innings. At one down they have Faf du Plessis, the Proteas from a former captain, and at number 4 Ruturaj Gaikwad. At number 5 it will be Kedar Jadhav. At number 6 Mahendra Singh Dhoni. At number 7 Ravindran Jadeja. At number 8 Sam Curran. Number 9 Deepak Chahar. Number 10 Piyush Chawla and number 11 Lungi Nigiri. The pace bowling attack will form like this. Deepak Chahar, Lungi Nigiri and Sam Curran will open the pace bowling attack, whereas Ravindran Jadeja is expected to make a mark in the spin department as well. So now we can just see the Royals, the Rajasthan Royals 11. If you're looking at that 11, they have a strange and unique opening partnership of India's brilliant youngster, the future of Indian cricket, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and probably Australia's best number 3rd batsman Steve Smith to open the innings. At number 3, it would be Sanju Samson. Number 4, it would be David Miller. Number 5, Robin Uthappa. Number 6 Rahul Tewatia. Number 7 Riyan Parag. Number 8 Tom Curran. Number 9 Jofra Archer. Number 10 Shreyas Gopal and number 11 J.D. Undakar. So that's the 11 of both the teams and now we can just go for the review. As I just said in the toss that Chennai Super Kings had won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. So that means the unique opening partnership of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Steve Smith will open for the innings. An early wicket, they didn't get a good opening stand as the early wicket of Yashasvi Jaiswal, the rising star of India, was caught and bowled by Deepak Chahar. It was a short delivery on off in which Yashasvi Jaiswal tried to pull it away for a boundary in the power play but unfortunately could not get the timing and also there was an extra bounce on it which is quite rare in these type of pitches and it just surprised Yashashi Jaiswal and the ball just went up in the air while MS Dhoni and Deepak Chahar were calling for the catch. But Deepak Chahar, as usual, as a bowler will do, tells that the catch is mine and just takes the ball comfortably. It was a good catch and thus CSK celebrate their first wicket of Yashashi Jaiswal in the third over. The score was 11 for the loss of 1 wicket in 2.2 overs of the match. New batsman in was Sanju Samson, and both these batsmen, which is Steve Smith and Sanju Samson, are playing for RR for at least 5 or 6 years, and they know well each other, and that's the evidence of the running between the wickets. If you're seeing both Steve Smith and Sanju Samson, whenever they hit in the gaps, they are just talking about 2s and 3s, and thus they are also quick between the wickets. And that also helped RR to form a magnificent partnership between these two, as Steve Smith scored a fighting 69 of 47 deliveries at a strike rate of above 145, where Sanju Samson, the Keralian wicketkeeper, was as lightning quick as with a strike rate of 231.24. He took to the cleaners of some experienced Indian spinners such as Ravindran Jadeja and Piyush Chawla. He also didn't leave the shorter deliveries also bowled by the fast bowlers such as Sam Curran and Lungile Giri. Both these players stitched a magnificent 110 runs partnership between each other before Sanju Samson was caught in the 12th over of the game at the score of 132. Even though he was caught, he did his job as a wicketkeeper because his only intention was to score quick runs, and now as he has done it, I think so it is a great match for Sanju Samson. Now what he want to do is just do not make any errors in the wicket-keeping as well, so it will be a perfect outing for Sanju Samson. So now after Sanju Samson's departure from the crease, it is David Miller who came at number 4. Miller, as we see, had a successful Kings level Punjab season, scoring about 300 runs in every season he has played for Kings level Punjab, and also is a clean striker of the ball and can score important runs at a clean strike rate. But you see, David Miller was run out without even facing one ball. So what actually happened was that Steve Smith was on strike. He just stuck the ball to the leg side and immediately called for 2. Maybe the 2 was on, but David Miller was quite slow, and also his bat just got stick to the ground, and thus his bat just fell apart from his hands, and there was no way for David Miller to come back to the crease, and thus he was run out, and in the replay showed that he was not in the crease. So that means David Miller had a disappointing opening for Rajasthan Royals, his new franchise, and also more importantly, he didn't even face one delivery, which is quite surprising for a prominent player like David Miller to know for. And the new batsman in. After that, the new batsman in was Robin Uthappa. Actually, Robin Uthappa was expected to open for Yashashi Jaiswal, but RR made a surprising decision to put Steve Smith as the opening pair, which I have rarely seen in my life. So it's the first time that I see Steve Smith being opening for the team. So at number 5, Robin Uthappa came, and he also didn't show much impact to the game. Actually, after Steve Smith and Sanju Samson's departure from the crease, no one actually played the game because everyone was out scoring just 10 or 15 runs. And as the case is now itself, Robin Uthappa was caught by Faf du Plessis of Piyush Chawla, making just 5 runs of 9 deliveries at a strike rate of mere 55.56. And the score and the score was 149 for the loss of 4 wickets in the 15th over. Rahul Tewatia was a new man in and he came at number 6 ahead of Riyan Parag. As I said, he also didn't make any contributions as he was also LBW'd by Sam Curran. It was a full delivery on off which Rahul Tewatia looked to scoop it for a boundary but just missed it, and he thought of an review and also taken it, but exactly in the replays it showed that there was no bat in it, and before it showed out only, Rahul Tewatia knew that he was out and just went to the pavilion. After that, the new batsman in was Riyan Parag at number 7, and he also didn't make much impact. He just scored 6 runs in 4 deliveries with the help of 1 boundary at a strike rate of 150, but just didn't make any impact on that. He was caught by Mahendra Singh Dhoni behind the stumps of Sam Curran. But look, Rajasthan Royals at the end finished with 216 for the loss of 7 wickets. You maybe will be thinking, who just played that cameo? Because Riyan Parag is out, Rahul Tewatia is out, Robin Uthappa is out, all the set batsmen is out, and then the bowlers are coming. Then who played that important cameo? And the player who I am going to address his name, his strike rate is 337, maybe better than even A.B. de Villiers. And his name is Jofra Archer. He just came at number 8 and just smacked the ball all around the park. He just dismissed Lungi Nigiri all over the park and scored something around 25 or 26 runs in 3 balls. You will be kidding yourself because a maximum 18 runs can be bowled, but it was just not the day for Lungi Nigiri as he's bowled continuous no balls, which helped Jofra Archer to get that landmark. He also hit 4 sixes, Jofra Archer of Lungi Nigiri, which resulted in 24 runs. And the next 3 balls he scored. It was singles. Still, at the end of the over, 29 runs were given, and Jofra Archer's brilliant cameo of 27 in just 8 deliveries, which was supported by 4 sixes, which I said before, and had a strike rate of outstanding 337.50. Because of this, RR reached 216 for the loss of 7 wickets. So if you're looking at the first innings itself, most of the fans will think that CSK is surely going to defeat the match. But they lost the match, but surely after giving a fight, because they are the MS Dhoni's team. And now the second innings review, I'm just going to say now. So as I say, the openers were Shane Watson and Murali Vijay, who were in the crease, and it was clear that they need to take CSK to a flying start so that they could be early on the game, and they did it. They played a good 56 runs partnership, but unfortunately in the 7th over, Watson was clean bowled by Rahul Tewatia, the leg spinner from Rajasthan Royals. So after that, still CSK tried to make partnerships but were always getting wickets, and that's when they crumbled. They collapsed from 56 for 1 to 77 for 4. It was just unnecessary wickets as because of the space of just 5 or 6 deliveries, Murali Vijay too followed his opener Shane Watson to the pavilion. He scored 21 of 21 balls with the help of 3 boundaries and at an exact strike rate of 100, which you don't want, especially when you are chasing a total of about 200. So after that, it was Faf du Plessis, and the batsmen in the crease were Faf du Plessis and Sam Curran. So as we all know, Sam Curran is a pinch hitter of the ball. He strikes some heavy blows against Rahul Tewatia. He scored 17 runs of 6 deliveries, 1 4 and 2 sixes. One person cannot blame Sam Curran that much easily, because that that's what exactly CSK needed. Some big blows, and Sam Curran did that. But unfortunately, he didn't last long as he was caught by Rahul Tewatia of Sanju Samson. He was stumped. Actually, he was stumped by Sanju Samson of Rahul Tewatia, and thus Rahul Tewatia had a last laugh. But again, I am saying a person cannot that much blame Sam Curran of what he did, because that's what the team management expected from Sam Curran, especially at this stage of the game. And the new batsman in was Ruturaj Gaikwad. The score was 77 for 3, and it exactly showed that a partnership was needed for CSK, as you almost all will know. But what Ruturaj Gaikwad will all surprise you. At the first ball itself, he tried to just hit Tewatia for a 6, in which the experienced campaigner just turned the ball away, and Sanju Samson, a good Indian wicketkeeper, will not miss that type of easy chances, and thus he collects the ball coolly and whips off the bails. Ruturaj Gaikwad will have a disappointing IPL debut to start for, as he went to the pavilion for a golden duck. It was an unnecessary dismissal, because there were no need of that. New batsman in was Kedar Jadhav. Kedar Jadhav scored 22 runs in 16 deliveries at a strike rate of 137.50. But at the end, it was not at all enough for Chennai, as it was all just above. At the end, Chennai scored 200 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. So that means Rajasthan Royals win the match comfortably by 16 runs. And thus, Chennai Super Kings have lost their first match of Dream 11 IPL 2020. So, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, even though he scored a cameo of 30 runs of 18 balls with the help of 3 sixes and a strike rate of 170, it was not at all enough. There were some fabulous works by Faf du Plessis, scoring 72 of 37, but as I always say, it was just not enough. Faf didn't have the enough support from the other players, and thus he was gone at the penultimate over, I think so. At the penultimate over, and thus CSK lost an heavy match against the Rajasthan Royals. But if you're looking at the Rajasthan Royals, they just win their first match. The second match will be on 27th September 2020. Before I just off the video, I will just say the standings. And as Rajasthan Royals win the match, Rajasthan Royals go to first position, RCB at second, DC at 3, Chennai Super Kings at 4, Kolkata Knight Riders at 5, Kings Level Punjab at 6, Mumbai Indians at 7, and Sunrisers Hyderabad at 8. So again, at every videos I say one line, which I think so all of you will know. So thank you friends for watching my channel. Kindly like, subscribe and comment, and for more such notifications of the world cricket, kindly subscribe channel, and also kindly like, share and comment the video. Thank you. And the next match is between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders, and please stay tuned for hearing the review of that match as well. So thank you.